Don't you just love sitting down behind your desk on a Sunday with your favorite drink and then all of your favorite journal, planner, and stationery items around you, and then you just have like your favorite movie in the back. Mine is usually a Ghibli movie, and then I just sit and plan for the week to come. And I just want to do that with you today. So, hey, what's up? I'm Kai Quintana. If you're new here and you don't know yet, I'm currently working on launching my own stationery and lifestyle brand. It's a decision I only just made in May 2025. And my brain is working overtime because once I get an idea, and I absolutely have no idea where this adventure is gonna end, nor do I care. I just know that I haven't felt this good in years. I finally feel excited and inspired about something again. But it also means that my brain's creativity center is like going wee, 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 wee. And it wants to do everything at the same time. So these last 2 weeks, I didn't really plan because I already knew, like, I tried making my bullet journal lists and then I wouldn't even look at them. And I just know that when my brain gets like this, I need to let it run until it runs no more. Because if I try to rein my creativity in and try to rigidly force myself into a routine, I know I'm just like gonna kill all of my motivation. So I was just letting my brain do its thing, knowing that eventually it'll run out of steam and then my brain will be like, okay, I can use some order now. Please plan, please. So yeah, even though I've lost my planning routine, I know I always will find it back. And today I want to go and find it back with you. So let's sit down behind a desk and get back into our routine. So if you're already in your routine, awesome, good for you. Then you can just continue. But if you're kind of if you're maybe a little lost like me in creativity, or maybe just a little lost in limbo or lacked some motivation, this might just be the video for you. So let's roll. Well, we haven't seen her in a while. Actually, I feel like my Hobonichi Cousin is more like a dude. Do you have that too? That when you look at your journal or your planner, that it feels more like a dude or a girl? I don't know. It's weird. But for me, my Hobonichi Cousin definitely feels more like a dude. And I haven't used him in a while. So sorry, cousin. But we're gonna get back on track today. So, my Hobonichi Cousin hasn't been used like I thought I would use it this year. It is now May 2025, and I haven't really planned in this because I didn't have a lot to do. I chose that myself. I took a vacation, and then because I didn't really know what to do with my life, I took a little longer vacation. But now that I've decided to launch my stationery and lifestyle brand, in June, I really need to get going. And also I have some potential client meetings for freelance work coming up. So I need to get back into my planning routine if I want to do that all. So yeah, my Hobonichi Cousin, we're starting on this overview page. As you can see, I've been tracking my steps, and I will continue to do that. I've been increasing my step count per day significantly, and I'm really proud of that. So let's backtrack. And I know this doesn't belong to planning, so that took a while. I know this isn't part of planning, as in planning tasks and appointments, but to me, this is part of my planning process because it helps me anchor myself. If I've done all of my routines, checked everything off, then I know that I can let that go and plan with enough brain space, if that makes any sense. If I still feel like I missed something or I didn't do something, it's gonna annoy me and I won't be able to plan like I want. So I have to do some backtracking from Wednesday. So right now I'm filming on Sunday, May 25th, and as you can see, I haven't been planning and tracking at all for like 4 days. And this is why I need to get back into my planning routine, because usually I do this every morning. But yeah, my brain is a little bit all over the place, and trying to fix that. Alright, so on Wednesday, I made a lot of steps. over 11,000 steps. My God. So very proud of that. So we're gonna quickly write down all of the steps that I took. 2, 5, 4, 6. This gives me so much joy, you guys, to like see how I'm improving my daily movement. That just gives me joy. It motivates me to keep going. Also, something new I've been doing, I've been writing down SF next to the days where I was snack free, which means I hadn't had any sugary snacks. But I know that starting Wednesday, I was having sugary snacks, and that's because period cravings. So that's not very good. Yeah. So on Monday, we need to get back on tracking my snack-free days because I have more snack days than snack-free days. So we need to plan for that. And I've been planning with meal plans to make sure that I don't get lost into just freestyling my meals, because when I start doing that, it's like, oh, I can have a cookie for dinner. That's fine. And it's not. Anyway, these overviews, these timetables, I've not been using because my days are not structured at all. They're slowly becoming to start structured again, so I can't wait to start tracking my hours again. When I started at the beginning of this year, it was very helpful to track this because it really gave me a lot of insight in how much time I take to do certain tasks. So if you want to be more productive and be more efficient, it can definitely be beneficial to track what you do when you do. And also because I'm my own boss, so if I don't work, there's no money, and I'm very disciplined. But I still like to see, have I been watching Netflix a little bit too much? And I have. I've watched the entire season, all the seasons of Gilmore Girls, and then also that one follow-up season thingy, A Year in the Life. So yeah, that is interesting to track. Okay, so let's plan for Monday. Where is see, I'm already so lost. And this is how it goes lately. I just make a bullet journal list and then I don't finish it. That's terrible planning. So we have to figure that out. But first up, we gotta make some weekly trackers. I always do that on the Sunday page because I rarely do anything on Sunday. So what I like to do is put these trackers on the Sunday page. And these are my weekly trackers for self-care, home care, health, and learning Korean. And I like having these on Sunday because there's no space to do that on the dailies. There's space to track my habits on a daily, but just not the way I like, which is this way. So yeah, let's make those trackers first. And I've been using these mild liners by, what is it? Sarasa or Zebra? Zebra is by Sarasa, I think. I recently got a new packet. I think I showed you guys in my haul video. It's like a few videos back, so if you want to go and see that, go for it. But I love these muted soft colors. So, I always use the blue, the red, green, and I used to go for gray, but I kind of want to go purple. Oh yeah, I switched gray for green. I like that a little bit more. The gray was just a little meh. This green is very, very pretty. There's something else that I also like to do on Sunday, so I usually don't have any appointments on Sunday, so I use this part as my task dump, because currently task and brain dump, because currently my brain is going 100 miles an hour because I decided to launch my own brand, and I then get really excited and I want to do all of these things at once. And it makes it very hard to concentrate. And I just know that I need to let my brain get that energy out of the way. But in the meantime, I do come up with good ideas. So I just write them down so I can't forget them, but I also don't have to worry that I will because it's in my Hobonichi Cousin. So stuff I need to do is packaging. I need to figure out how I'm gonna send out the products that I sourced. I need to find a graphic designer because I thought I found one, but they're not answering me anymore. And I'm working on creating journal inserts and I need a graphic designer to finish them up. So packaging, find graphic designer, and then what else? All right, legal. And with legal, I mean like terms and conditions for the web shop. So I'm just gonna get T and C. I need to write that out. And those are the most important thing. Oh no, I need web shop stationery like thank you cards, care cards. That is very important. Which I also need a graphic designer for because I tried doing it myself and it just comes out, sort of kind of okay, but not something that I would really want to send out. All right, so this task and brain dump section, it kind of develops throughout the week because every time I think of something, I know that this will be my designated space to dump ideas and concepts. And I find that very helpful. Okay, so then we're gonna go to Monday. Let me see or check my Google Calendar if I have any meetings. I know I have one meeting. Great, that is at 1. So I have a potential client calling to see if we can work together. So if you don't know yet, I am a marketer and business consultant by trade. I ran my own marketing and PR agency for like 10 years. And since 2023, I started freelancing because I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. I just knew I didn't want to be an agency owner anymore. So yeah, now I'm freelancing mostly as a head of marketing and marketing communications consultant. And I've been specializing in helping companies set up their content, marketing, and social media department. So it's really fun, and they want to talk about that. So I'm going to write that down because we can't forget that. So at 1, let me just put that down at 1. And then I definitely have a task list for Monday. Let me just go this way a little bit. So on this side of my Hobonichi Cousin, I've been making my bullet journal lists, which I used to do in this little A6 plain notebook. I have a whole video on my system that I used with my Hobonichi Weeks. I don't know what this is, but it's not supposed to be here. My Hobonichi Weeks and this little plain toucho. This was like my bullet journal planner situation last year in 2024, and now I've replaced it with my Hobonichi Cousin. My God, this is what happens when I want to tell you lots of things at the same time. I just start stuttering. Okay, so what I have to do is a meal check. I always do a meal check every morning. What I also have to do is make an Instagram post because I'm already working on marketing Mitral Life, the brand that I'm launching. So I'm doing almost, I think, 10 posts a week, usually around 8, because I have my own Instagram page and then the Mitral Life Instagram page, and they're sort of kind of intertwined. So sometimes I can collaborate on posts between the two brands. Then on Monday, I have to prepare for that meeting. Because, you want to know what you're talking about instead of just showing up and making your client feel like you don't know what they're about. What else? Oh, right. My bookkeeper asked me to send them a tax overview. So I will definitely send her that because she needs it to finish my whatever the thing is called. Okay, so then at 9, I want to learn Korean. I always learn Korean on weekdays. I usually do 20 minutes, but because my brain has been really full with all of these ideas, I've only been able to do 5 to 10 minutes a day because I just couldn't cram any longer. But I'm so happy. I started learning Korean in January 2023 and I haven't stopped. I think I only took like 3 days off of learning Korean. So I'm very proud of that, being able to turn that into a habit. And maybe you've noticed that I write my tasks with a Sarasa mark-on pen. That's because this won't smudge when I use this big marker to mark the tasks that are done. I always use a green marker to signify that I did the task. Green is good. That's why. It clicks with my brain much better than the original bullet journal system. I've altered it to the point where it's just my system now. It doesn't really resemble anything like Ryder Carroll's bullet journal system, which is absolutely fantastic. I just think it's great that you can customize it so it fits your type of brain, which I've done. So I use colors to signify that I did something, and then when I see green, it's good, and the more green I see, the more productive and how well I've been doing that day. So green goes with the Sarasa mark-on pen because it doesn't smudge and it dries much quicker than a normal pen. And then appointments I always do in another color because I just like what it looks like, just like a little bit more color on the page. Because let's be honest, the Hobonichi Cousin pages are a little bland if you don't embellish them a bit. So we've got a mail check, Instagram post for MTL. MTL means Mitral Life. And I have to prepare the meeting, send the text overview to Elina, which is my bookkeeper. And then I've got some household chores that I really need to do, which is for me. So clean dinner table, because right now there's junk on it. Clean dinner table. I need to iron clothes. I also need to clean the kitchen floor, because I keep forgetting to do that, but it's very important. And I need to clean the toilet, which I also keep forgetting. So now that I've written it down, I have no excuse. Alright, so we did some tracking with my steps and my snack-free days. I'm currently not using these overviews, which I hope that I will be able to do starting in June, because I'll actually have a busier schedule that I would want to track. So my next planning video will hopefully be a little bit fuller. And then we're gonna go to Sunday, where we have my task and brain dump, and then my trackers. And then we go to Monday, where we have my appointments and my task for that specific day. And because I'm getting back into planning, I don't want to overwhelm myself. I don't want to plan out the whole week and feel bad if I don't do something. So what I like to do when my brain is like super, super full of ideas and inspiration and has a bit of trouble planning ahead on paper, because I also plan in my Google Calendar and in Xstyles, and that's different. I've already planned way, way beyond just Monday. Because that's easier to erase, you can just delete. But if I were to plan in my Hobonichi Cousin, like you can't erase a mark-on pen. So that's why I plan in my Hobonichi Cousin per day. And I'm gonna leave it here because I already feel like, even though this is not like my regular plans, usually my days are way fuller. But I feel good just getting some of the things down that I really need to do. And if I manage to finish all of these tasks, which are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things for one day, basically like maybe one task per hour, if you will. For work days, like 8 hours maybe. And I'll probably be like really fast with the mail check. So anyway, I feel like this is already a lot to do. So it's not as much as I usually would do, but for now, in the state where I am, and where I am in the process with creating this whole new stationery and lifestyle brand, I'm good. I don't need to force myself to go balls to the walls immediately. So yeah, I'm gonna put this little ribbon here, put this on my desk for tomorrow because it's now Sunday, and all I have to do is follow my appointments and finish my tasks, and once I did, I will mark them in green because green is good. So I hope you liked working on getting back into your planning routine with me, and I just want to leave you with a theory that I have about planning before we end this video. It's very simple. I don't think we're meant to plan every second of every day. I don't think we're meant to plan on a regular basis because our brains are often naturally curious. So if you push yourself to constantly plan and push yourself into this rigid routine, you basically lock down your brain space and you don't allow your brain to figure out new things. And sometimes you just need to be free of plans to discover who you are, what your actual thoughts are, what your opinions are, what you really want, what you really feel, what you really need. And even though I myself felt really bad about not planning for the first 5 months of 2025, I mean, I planned a little bit, but not as I usually did. I now realize and really feel that I needed that time to let my brain run wild because it allowed me to come back to me and figuring out that I want to give my own stationery and lifestyle brand a try. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know where I'm going to end, but I just know that I finally found something that makes me feel good. And had I forced myself to stick into this rigid routine with all my plans that I had, and I would have never found this energy that I feel now. I would have confined my brain into doing the same thing I always do. So if you notice that you're not planning every day for a while, don't think you're not doing well. Don't think you fell off the wagon. Don't think you are not a productive person. Sometimes the in-between zone is exactly where you need to be because that is also doing the work. You're just not planning the work. You're just letting it happen. So I know that might sound a little wee-wah-woo-wah, but I think Hindsight here on YouTube said it best. He says a lot of people are so focused on the physical result, on the physical movement of our ideas. So we tend to forget that just sitting with an idea or just being or feeling still is also work. You can't always get to where you want to be like yesterday. Sometimes ideas need time to marinate. Sometimes you don't even have an idea. So you just need to come up with one and you can't force that. So if you haven't been planning regularly Don't feel bad. Planning should serve you. It shouldn't force you. All right. Hopefully that was helpful in any way, shape, or form. If it was, definitely thumbs up and subscribe for more journal, stationery, and vlog videos about launching my stationery and lifestyle brand. I love you. Stick to your plans. Goodbye.